Hello, and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I am Sientir, and today we're going to continue Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. So let's see how well the autosave kept exactly where I was. Sometimes these things can be a little loose, but I don't think I should have lost the fight that I ended last episode on. Although I'd be a little surprised if I was standing exactly where I left off as well. It's a loading screen, folks. I don't have a whole lot to say during a loading screen. This one will probably be the longest loading screen. Actually, this game didn't really have loading screens particularly, but the first one is usually going to be the longest because it's loading in all the base assets, and then after that, you're kind of just switching stuff out. So, okay. If I can remember, left is the run. This is focus. This is block, back, interact, and oh my goodness, that camera. Okay, so I need to remember what my run button is. I don't know why they made it left bumper. I might be able to change some of these things up. I'm used to, say,
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
So I'm used to having run on like A or B, not on left bumper. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I do like sunbeams though. I'm looking around for some of the story stones, or whatever you want to call them. Norse Mythology runes. I've been about. This up here.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Interesting. I was not sure exactly how these things work, so if I...
Ymir was a frost giant,
Okay.
being of darkness, and all his
So I don't have
sons
to keep
and
on it.
grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair
Oh,
giant to be his wife.
so it's a
They had
different giant
3
than
sons.
Ymir.
Odin was the eldest.
That's
Northmen
cool.
hold him to be the
The sound of it fades as you walk away from it. Kind of like that sort of detail. Okay, that's just a bit of their texture, nothing fancy. This is a game that kind of emphasizes looking at your environment. Surprised there haven't been any voices yet, actually. It kind of emphasizes looking at your environment. So... Okay. So this right here, this to me reads as a bridge I'm going to lower for later. I like some of the movement animations that she has, by the way. Notably, like, her side run, where she kind of, like, hops funky, because it's really awkward to try to run sideways. If you've ever tried. Wow, it's dark there. was looking over at the recording preview, and for a moment it looked almost black. And I'm like, what?
What's that? It's a wall. It's a door. No, it's a bridge. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it down. What do you think will happen? Come on. Come on. Push it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
I did it. I'm gonna cross in a moment, but it looked vaguely like there's another path somewhere along here, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm not missing anything that obviously looks like a path. And no, okay. So I did need to go around this way. There's our gate that we're making our way towards. And it looks like we can jump down over there if we need to, but what is this? This is appropriately disturbing. Frames, where are you going? Oh. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be irrelevant, but there's a door over here that I should not have missed. I like the fact that they have her kind of like drop down and slide on that, by the way.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Well, if there's a well nearby, maybe I could look for a lens there. I think it's gonna be this funky ring. That's a cool effect. Can you... Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's an interesting rendering effect for sure.
Look, something was different.
But
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
as I was saying, I really do like the way that she drops down to her butt before sliding off the edge to just try to minimize the drop. Makes a lot of sense. Looking at these trees. Trees are an interesting visual conundrum to present well in a digital way like this. So, you know what a tree looks like, but at the same time, like trying to figure out how to draw a tree can be surprisingly tricky because we have kind of an ideal of what we think of as a tree in our heads, and it doesn't necessarily represent what a tree actually looks like well when we try to draw that.
Senua never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged.
The title screen out loud. I think I'm going to be attacked.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Well, that's bad. This feels like an arena. My FPS is tanking. I've probably got too many programs running in the background. Yeah, as I kind of thought.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
I remember my controls. Okay. Then I've got this focus mechanic in combat. Okay, I'm figuring out how the system works more and more here.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Behind you.
Focus mode is super powerful.
Finish this. Finish him.
Oh my goodness. Knowing you have focus mode is like a game changer.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Yeah, that focus mode is super strong. Okay, so looking at those three things that match that symbol in front of me makes me think that somehow they're going to be lured into position. But we shall see. Yes, we shall see. Okay, that's kind of...
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much it's changed. It's all different.
Yeah, no, those are going to need me to get up there somehow. Go over this way.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
What's going on with this? This feels significant somehow, but I don't know how.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Oh, sweet. Oh, cool. They have a lot of little eyeballs on these things looking around. That's cool. Okay, there's a door here. Does not open from this side. Cool. Oh, okay. Ducks underneath it. Simple, straightforward. What was going on here? Interesting. So something that I'm noticing is that there is some light bleed underneath this, which makes this... Is that just reflecting against the crease there, or is it actually coming out from underneath it? I'm not sure. Like, if this is one of those games where it's like, what details am I supposed to pay attention to, you know? manner. I think I need to get up there somehow. There's another one of those eyeballs over there. Adding them to the textures, just kind of looking around. Opening, closing, appearing in different places. Kind of a neat visual effect to kind of sell that Forest has eyes thing that they were discussing. See, this is another game actually without a mini map. Now that I'm thinking about it. Well, when I say another, I'm referring back to Dark Souls. Which also doesn't have a mini map. It's an interesting concept of making sure that your world is navigable without one of those mini maps.
Another gate. Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen. Don't. Open it. You can do it. Don't touch it.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Yeah, but the thing is I need to do it from up there.
What does it mean? Which ravens? Where are they? Can't you see which ones? Line up the ravens. Shh. What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the song of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
I think that's an exit. That gate that I've been looking at. I think it's an exit, not an entrance. Mechanically speaking. Like, I know I'm not in any danger until she draws her sword, so... This game's very explicit about segregating combat and non-combat. It's clearly coming from over there. But I can't get over there right now. Okay, I'm... Like, feels significant somehow, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, it's glowing and everything. It's not like looking through it. The path. I think I need to get to that. Okay, obviously the tree's not the way up. Okay, this tree's a barrier. Huh. Well, I think I'm going to have to solve this particular mystery next time, everyone. So, until then, take care. And, goodbye.